everyone, this is April with Second Start Journal. Welcome back to my page. Today I'm going to be documenting Project Life Week 2, and I'll be using the Ali Edwards Stories by the Month kit for January, with the exception of that blue card that says January is like Monday but longer. That came from Coco Daisy's Confetti Wishes memory kit. I am trying to use up as much of this kit as possible, which is why I'm starting with the chipboard pieces. I'm just trying to see which ones will match this kit. I end up pulling out a light blue one that says January Memories and put it on my black and white photo of my haul from the week before. I'm just trying to pull a little bit of color onto that left side card because I feel like it looks a little dark over there. But then I see another chipboard piece that says this is 2022, which is a little bit darker blue, and I think it still pulls the kit together and it doesn't get lost with the black and white, so I changed that out. So the next card I'm going to work on is that weather card, and I ended up pulling an old Feature Craft journaling card that is perfect because it matches the colors of the spread, and it's about the weather and the temperatures. And this is something that I like to do every now and then, especially if I don't have much to journal for a week. I will take a picture of the weather, and this week has been like brutally cold, so I thought it'd be good to journal it. After I stick down that photo and cut off the excess, I work on some journaling, which is surprising. I usually like to start with my title card, but this week I decided not to, and you'll see why here soon. So I pull over my labels because I want to fill that white spot on the bottom, and I end up pulling out this, I think it's a dark blue label. You'll see it here soon. I have way too many labels, but it's because I love using them almost all the time that I just keep printing and printing and printing. So I'm just going to continue to look through my labels just to see if something else matches. I do have that dark blue one down, and I just don't know if I like the feel of it. It doesn't leave much room for journaling either, but I'm just going to go through and see if there's anything else that might fit a little bit better. As I was looking through the labels, I remember I had some circle labels that I made from old journaling cards and grabbed one of them to put underneath that circle chipboard piece because it kind of helps it stand out on that black and white photo, and I loved how it looked, so I just go ahead and stick that down. Now, if you guys watched my Project Life Week 1 video, which I'll link above, it had a couple of photos of some deliveries from Ali Edwards and Coco Daisy. This black and white photo are those products, and then some of the products I got for Christmas. So I wanted to take a picture for a story I'm doing. So now I'm going to go back to that weather journaling card, and after all that shuffling through my labels, I decided against using that label and just going to journal on the card itself. And sometimes I like to put pieces down and move on to another and go back to see if it's something that I really do like or not. The next card I'm going to work on is my title card, and the reason why I didn't work on this card first is because I'm going to use this for my week's journaling as well, so I wanted to kind of put it to the side. But the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and grab my Citrus Twist Weekish stamp and stamp out the word week. For some reason, this stamp set of mine has a couple of bubbles on some of the stamps, and the W has a bubble on the right side, so I'm just trying to get the ink into it evenly, but I still end up with a little bit of a blank space on that W. If you can see it in the video, it may be hard to see. Once that is stamped out, I grab some of my new alpha stamps that I bought from a local store and stamp out the number 2. Now, these alphas are so much fun because it's a beautiful like cursive font, and they are supposed to, when you spell out things, kind of connect together. I ended up using this I think a couple of times in my December daily. I'll try to link all of the products below if I can. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but I almost stamped week 1. Thank God I caught it. So I go ahead and switch that out and grab the 2 to stamp week 2. Once those are stamped out, the next thing I want to do is grab a label for my date. And I am just going to pull over a, I think it's like a dark green label from Fat Cat Digital's Be Mine kit. It's a small label, but I like the way that the colors match. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Heidi Swap roller date stamp and stamp it out. Now, since this label is so small, I do have a hard time with the date placement, but it doesn't bother me because I really like the colors from this. While I am finishing doing that, let me go ahead and tell you about this week. As you can see from the weather, we didn't do much during the week because of the cold, but on Saturday, we ended up going to the Container Store to get some organizing bins for that black and white photo. I've been feeling very overwhelmed at my desk lately, so I needed to reorganize everything. And after the Container Store, we went to a new local place called Flip the Bird, which is that chicken sandwich. That sandwich was so amazing. I'll definitely be going back. But that was pretty much all for this week. I feel like during the winter, I don't have very many pictures from during the week. I seem to always do everything on the weekends just because it's so cold and it gets dark so early that we just kind of stay home and do nothing. So once that is stuck down, I want to go ahead and begin working on my journaling. So now it may be hard for you to see, but the 3 boxes does have 1, 2, and 3 in them. So the plan is to journal about the 3 photos in each box. So I just go ahead and draw out some lines because I cannot write in a straight line if my life depended on it. So I will jump ahead because it does take me a while to journal, but after I am done journaling, I want to go ahead and add some embellishments to my spread. Now I love the Love is a Fresh Start, Love a Fresh Start, and the January is like Monday cards, so I'm just going to leave them as is, but I want to add a little something to the pictures because I feel like they're just lacking something. So I go ahead and grab this word phrase sticker from Featurecraft that says "Too cold to be outside" because it matches that picture perfectly, as well as the colors. And then I continue to look for one that I can put on that black and white photo because I just need to add some color to that bottom spread. So I find one that says Spending Freeze, and I love how that yellow just kind of adds color to that bottom right. And let's be honest, after the Container Store, I am now on a spending freeze. So I'm just trying to see if I can find one more that will work on that picture of the chicken sandwich, but there's none that I feel like I liked. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out another Featurecraft stickers because this is something I knew I wanted to do. They have the numbers 1, 2, and 3 in there. So I'm just putting those stickers on the photos that match the journaling. So after I am done putting down the numbers, I still feel like that chicken sandwich picture is missing something. And I purposely took the picture like that, leaving that bottom left-hand corner for either journaling or embellishment. So I go through my stash and grab my Ellie's Studio, I think it's called Let's Eat stamps, and some Ellie's Studio label stickers, but none of the stamps from that stamp set are fitting in the labels. So I go ahead and put the labels aside, and then I have this one stamp from that kit that says dinner with a box to journal. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on some scrap paper and then fussy cut that out. Now for all my black stamping, I use scrapbook.com's jet black ink, with the exception of if I ever want to stamp on photos, which I haven't done in a while. Maybe I should start doing that. But for that one, I use archival ink for that. After that is stamped out, I will fussy cut it out, but I'll go ahead and skip forward because I had such a hard time cutting it out, and I'll spare you guys that. But I'm going to just journal on this, and I think I write down Flip the Bird and the name of the sandwich, which was called the OG, and stick that down to that photo and call this spread done. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe.